Well, good evening, viewers. My name is Wally Weldrum of Jerusalem News, reporting on site from Jerusalem, where strange reports have been circulating concerning the man Jesus of Nazareth, who, as you all know, was crucified brutally by the Romans last Friday in controversial circumstances. It seems that his body has gone missing from the tomb, and there are random reports emerging of people sighting him alive, even personal encounters. Now, I have managed to locate one of these people to try to find out firsthand what is going on. Hello, sir. I believe Cleopas is your name.
Yes, that's right.
Can you please tell us, Cleopas, what happened?
I'm still trying to make sense of it myself. My friend and I were walking home from Jerusalem, speaking about what just happened. So sad to hear about Jesus. He was a good man, a prophet of God. We hoped that he would bring freedom to Israel. Then a man came alongside us and talked with us. He didn't seem to know about these things, but he spoke with us from the scriptures, and our hearts burned within us. We had never seen the truth of the scriptures so clearly. It was getting late, so we asked him to stay. At supper, when he broke the bread, that's when we saw it was Jesus. It had been him all along, but we hadn't recognized him. Then, even more amazing, he disappeared from sight, just like that. We ran back to Jerusalem to tell the other disciples of Jesus, only to find that they had seen him too.
Wow, what an experience. Is there one of those disciples that I can also speak to?
Yeah, of course. Peter should be here any minute.
Okay. Now, hello, I have Peter here with me, who many say was Jesus' right-hand man. Peter, what can you tell us about these events?
Well, hang on. Let's tone down on the right-hand man stuff, okay? I let Jesus down badly after his arrest. I said I didn't know him 3 times, actually.
Really? Okay, well, but what can you tell us about his body being missing and people saying that they've seen him alive?
Well, we received word from the women that Jesus' body had gone from the tomb, which just didn't make sense. We thought they'd gone to the wrong tomb. So we went and had a look for ourselves. John went with me. And when we got there, it was true. There was no sign of Jesus, just his grave clothes. And what was even stranger was the headcloth was laying there separately and it was neatly folded. So we don't know what to make of it. And we went back to tell the others.
So you didn't actually see him?
Well, not then, no. But that night we were together and we had the door locked so in case the authorities came to look for us. And there he was. He was standing right there in front of us.
You mean Jesus was there?
As real as you're here with me now. We thought it must be his ghost, but then he showed us his hands and his feet. Well, and the nail holes were clearly visible. But it wasn't until he ate some food. That was when we realized that it was really Jesus. He was alive in the flesh.
Oh, and what did he say to you?
Oh, many things. I'm still trying to get my head around it. You should probably really talk to Mary. She seems to understand better than any of us. She was the first to see him.
Really? A woman? The first one? I'd like to talk with her. Please, where can I find her?
Oh, she's right here.
Right. Hello. Are you Mary Magdalene, I believe?
Yes, I am.
Well, they tell me you've seen Jesus. Can you please tell us what happened?
Well, yes, I'm glad to. I was with Joanna and Mary, Salome, and a few other girls, and we went to the tomb to anoint Jesus' body with the spices and perfumes we had prepared according to our custom. When we got there, the first thing that surprised us was that the stone covering the tomb had already been pushed away. This was a relief that we didn't have to attempt this ourselves. but we wondered who had done this and why. When we looked in, Jesus' body was not there. Instead, there were two men who said that Jesus was not there but had risen. We ran back and told Peter and the others, but they didn't believe us, and by the time they got to the tomb, the men had gone. After all we had been through, this was just too much for me. I broke down and cried. The others had all left, and I just wanted to be left alone. Then a man asked me why I was crying, and I thought he must be the gardener and that he had moved Jesus' body. So I asked him, "Where have you put him?" Then he spoke my name, Mary. I knew it was him. It was Jesus. I threw my arms around him. I was so overjoyed. But he gently removed my grasp and said something about not yet having returned to the Father, so I couldn't hold on to him. He told me to tell the others. I remember his exact words. "I am returning to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God."
Wow. Thank you indeed, Mary. What a moving story. Well, viewers, this is an amazing story. I really don't know what to make of it myself. There are a number of people here who knew Jesus very well and who were filled with grief. They certainly didn't expect anything like this to happen. And they are certainly also the ones who would be least likely to spin such a story. What a bad taste joke it would be for grieving people. No way would they attempt that amongst friends. Yet they actually saw him and talked with him and ate with him. I don't like to admit it, but they seemed very believable to me, totally convinced, even though their story is so unbelievable. Viewers, you'll need to make up your own minds, and we will have to wait to see what happens next. For now, this is Wally Waldron from Jerusalem News signing off. May your news be good news.